Good morning, everybody. It is a big weekend for those who love the NFL. Friends and family may stop in to watch the game. So are you ready for all of your guests? From streaming to charging your devices, there are some tips that will give you and everybody there a great experience. Sean Holzenbach joins us from AT&T with some tips and some tricks to make sure your internet can pass the test and score big. All right, thanks so much for being here with us, Sean.
Thanks for having me.
So you've got lots of tips, you've got some tricks, you've brought some devices to sort of enhance the game watching experience for people who are having the big parties at their house. So let's start first with connectivity. What do we need to make sure we have the best connection?
Yeah, the first thing you want to make sure is that you test your connection before the big game. Recommend to test it out probably a couple of days before, whatever time the game is. Around that time you want to be able to test it out. You can do that by downloading a few free apps they have out there for your smartphones.
Okay.
We have 3 good ones, which is Oakley. We have speed.me and fast.com. Those are just a few free ones that they offer to be able to check your connectivity.
So when I'm downloading the app, what is it that I'm doing to make sure that my connectivity is good inside of that app?
Once you download it, you're just going to do a speed test. You just want to make sure that you have the right amount of speed to be able to stream the game on your platform.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so that's testing the connectivity. What about connecting directly to a router? You said this might make the experience better.
Yeah, some people might want to, if you got a smart TV, instead of doing it with a wireless, you can do just a direct cable to the TV to the router.
Because you don't want the buffer thing going on while the game is on.
Correct.
Right.
And they have those at att.com for about $7, so they're not very expensive at all.
All right. A lot of people, I think, do that already who have those smart TVs because they want to watch their streaming without that interruption. So then a Wi-Fi extender might be also helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Depending on where you want to watch the game, if you want to watch it in the living room or if you got a bigger group of people at the house and you want to take it outside to have a larger area, you can get a Wi-Fi extender, and that's just going to boost that signal to be able to have a better experience.
Where can I find a Wi-Fi extender?
You can find that at att.com or any of our corporate AT&T stores.
So I have to ask this, when you're buying all these things to enhance your experience, do I need somebody to help me do this? Or are these like pretty user-friendly things?
They are pretty user-friendly, but we have a lot of people to help customers with this. So if you just visit the store, go online, we have people online that can chat and talk to you online as well. And we're definitely there to help.
It's always somebody's push that button, plug that in. There you go.
There you go.
It happens. So some other devices that need to be turned off. You say all of this enhancing your experience. If you got a bunch of other things, turn those off. Like what?
Yeah, like if you have during the game, if you want to turn your phones off, your tablets, watches, laptops, anything like that.
All of those things that's pulling on the
network.
network.
You just don't want to have a lot of things trying to connect to your Wi-Fi at the same time because that might slow it down. So you just want to check that. AT&T actually has a smart home solution where it manages everything online, and you can literally turn it off. You can do passwords to make sure everybody is on there that's supposed to be, and you can request your friends to join.
And I'll just say good luck asking all of your friends to turn their phones and devices off during the game. Because, we have to get out there and tweet about it and rib each other about what's happening. So make sure you got a strong connection is probably going to be one of those. All right, so stay with us now. When we come back, Sean's going to walk us through all the good tech that we need for the great viewing experience this weekend and other big events. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, we're back, everybody. We're talking this morning with Sean Holzenbach. He is with AT&T and getting us ready for a big football weekend. We've talked about streaming the game. So do we need more than that tech-wise to make sure it's going to be fun for everybody?
Yeah, definitely. If you're planning on watching the game, connectivity is key. For example, last year, over 3 million people watched the game with the streaming connectivity. AT&T actually just announced that we got the 5G hotspot that we offer. Gives you 100 gigs of data as well. So that's something we have to be able to help our customers with.
Also, to have enhance the sound for the game, because you want to hear every clash of every helmet and all the screams. Talk about sound bars.
Yes, sound bars are always good to be able to get the right sound of the game. You know, you want to have that experience, right?
Yeah.
So we have sound bars for surround sound. We also have smaller ones like here, like the JBL 5 that we offer. We also have a party box on the go, which is really good. So if you want to have a really good halftime show, you can get one of those at att.com and have a real great experience.
Now, some people may opt to go with the halftime show or the artist that's going to be there. If it's not to their liking, they may just have their own halftime party.
That's
and
right.
so they can stream their music right here through the sound bar, right?
Correct.
All right, just a big old party in the house. So all of your guests may not want all the sound and all of the activity there. So you've got something for children also that can help parents kind of help manage all that.
Yeah, like if you got little ones and you don't want to get too loud and you want to kind of keep it a little lower, one thing that we offer are Bluetooth headsets. We have the AirPod Max. Starting around $550, all the way down to the JBL true wireless headset for $50. Just depends on what kind of budget you have on what you need.
Okay, and a lot of little children prefer sort of the big headsets, but when you start getting into the teenagers, they want the cute little
Correct.
AirPods and things like that.
We have those as well.
Beats, all of those things. So there's the other thing that happens when you have a lot of people at your house for an event. Everybody has a phone. Every single person has a phone, but some people may bring extra devices, an iPad that they've brought with their child, or a Kindle or whatever. We need some charging stations. We need some place to charge. So how can you help us with that?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of good charging pads that you can do for wireless if you have phones that do wireless charging. But you can actually set up to charge multiple devices at one time.
Yes.
So it's good to have a certain area to be able to charge that up so everybody knows where their phone is after the game.
We know that if we come into your store and purchase an accessory that it's going to work perfectly, but sometimes people do go to outside sources, even like dollar stores, and you can find cords and connections. Are these safe to use with my phone? Are these going to be okay?
You just want to check them to make sure as far as the specs on the devices. So as long as they're rated correctly, then you should be fine, but just be careful to get the ones that's made for your phone. All
right, well, we are all ready for the big parties now. You've got all of the connection information you need and everything to make your party great. Great to have you here, Sean.
Thank you for having me.
Please come back.
I will.
The technology is endless, and I need all the information I can get. All right, Arizona, of course, is getting ready for the huge crowds that are flocking to the state for Sunday's Super Bowl 57. The big game, along with a PGA golf tournament, is expected to attract about 1 million people to the Phoenix area. Chris Van Cleve got an inside look at the security preparations on the ground and in the air.
Flying in close formation over State Farm Stadium, agents from Customs and Border Protection are keeping watch over the home of Super Bowl Sunday, where security is already tight.
And we can respond to agents or officers that need our assistance in just minutes flat. We can get that Black Hawk overhead, and we can drop quick reaction force or law enforcement on the ground to handle what might be unfolding.
The area around the stadium will be off limits to other aircraft and drones. On the ground, a small army of private security and police are on the job around the clock. At least 24 agencies, state, local, and federal, are providing crews and resources, including nearly 1,000 officers. 5 miles of fencing and 2 million pounds of concrete barriers are already in place.
Right now, there is no specific or credible threat.
Scott Brown is the Homeland Security Special Agent in charge for Arizona. He says about half the security measures are things fans will never see.
Everything going into the stadium gets screened, be that people, be that goods, be that the merchandise that's going in to be sold, including the foods.
Teams have been assigned to cybersecurity. Others have already seized counterfeit Super Bowl merchandise.
We want everyone to have a fun, safe time. You're that eye in the sky. Exactly.
That watchful eye circling from above before, during, and after the big game. I'm Chris Van Cleve, flying over Glendale, Arizona.
All right, now at a news conference Tuesday about Super Bowl security, speaker after speaker had the same message to the public. If you see something suspicious, alert law enforcement immediately. All right, coming up on Mid-Morning, the staples for your wardrobe. We're keeping up with Keeley ahead on Mid-Morning. All right, we're back. How many times have you looked in your closet and said, I don't have anything to wear I said it last night before I got ready this morning. It happens to all of us. And to young women making the transition from college to the workforce, it can be especially challenging. So this morning we began our new segment, Keeping Up with Keely. Our reporter, Keely Shills, will help us find some answers. Keely, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
We are so excited about this segment. You know, in a few weeks, I'm going to be hip and happening after we do this a few times. So we're going to start this morning with the very, very basics. And you say there are some just basic things that every young person, and we're talking particularly women, I guess, today, should have in their wardrobe.
Yes. So whenever you are starting a wardrobe, I would say you need to stick to your 5 neutrals. That's your black, your white, your tan, brown, and gray.
Okay.
So those are all basics, and you can pair them with so many different things. Now, when you go to the store, though, pick 3 of those colors that are your favorite. For instance, mine are always going to be white, black, and then tan or brown.
Okay.
What about yours?
Mine sort of move outside of those neutrals. I like red because I think red is the color that pops on me. Pink is a color that pops on me. But I did go neutral today, so I started off okay, didn't I?
So, well, anyway, whenever we're at the store, you know, it can be confusing what we need to buy. But if you stick to your 3 threes, what I say is, I'm going to go get 3 shirts in the white, black, or brown. I'm going to do my pants and shoes the same way.
Okay.
So then you have 3, 3, and 3. And you compare all those different outfits to make a seamless transition for different options to have.
So I've got those basics down, those neutrals that you say, so when can I start adding these pops of color? Like, do I add it in a shell underneath a jacket, or do I add it with my shoes or a cute belt?
So I feel like you can add it in so many different ways. For instance, I like to do accessories. You know, you can keep a basic outfit, but have a pop of pink in your earrings, or have a basic blazer and then have purple or red under. And it's a seamless transition, because if you have so many red options, then it's going to be like you've worn the same outfit several times.
Well, you've brought some things this morning to help us get started. So let's start with these very, very cute boots. And you wear cute boots almost every day. Let's talk about these. And this is sort of a neutral color too.
Yes. So these are definitely a staple piece, and they're very, even though they're basic, they're just so trendy, and they go with anything. So I like to always pair these brown boots with either a brown monochromatic pant and then do a tan top, or you can go with like a white pant and then a neutral top as well.
So I've noticed that the patent leather is back. So it had gone away for a while. So patent leather boots, patent leather shoes, it's in again.
Yes, leather is the trend right now. It's very functional, and it makes an outfit look kind of more high class in a sense, and it's a little more fun, and it makes your outfit kind of edgy.
You talked about wearing these like with those slacks, for instance, and so these booties look really cute though, even if you have on a skirt. I think they make a statement too.
Yes, so I feel like with skirts, one thing to remember is you can make a skirt fun, or you can make it professional. A way to make it professional is to add a bootie with it. It adds height, and it kind of covers up your legs just a little bit, so you're not showing as much since you are wearing a skirt.
All right. I will say this. So this is your first job, professional job out of college. So is this kind of what got you to thinking about building a wardrobe?
Yes. So whenever I was in college and interning, you know, all I had in my closet was crop tops and shorts and stuff that you cannot wear to the professional setting. So I would go to the mall, pick out a few items, and I wouldn't want to wear it twice because it wasn't very functional. So then I was like, let me go to basics, build from the basics, and then I'll add that pop of color. I'll add the accessories, and then I had 3 outfits, and now I have hundreds.
And the thing about it is also, you don't have to sacrifice fun and cute just because you're trying to look professional. There's a fine line there, right?
Yes. So if you know me, you know I love to consignment shop. I will not spend a lot of money on clothes because I shop a lot. So I'm going to go to consignment shops. They have very good, very well outfits, and I mean, they're cheaper, and then if you mess it up, it was $3.
It was $3.
So it doesn't matter.
So you've got a cute pair of sneakers over here. Let's
Yes.
talk about these.
So
how do I work this into my professional wardrobe?
Okay, well, one thing I would say now is you can be professional casual, so you can add a sneaker to any outfit and kind of make it more fun. So with the skirt, you can add a sneaker, or even dresses. I know a lot of people don't like dresses, but I love dresses. They're just so flowy and comfortable. And that's another thing. When you're buying these clothes for maybe a new job, get something that's comfortable, because if not, you're going to be tugging at it all day, and then you're not going to wear it again because you know it's itchy.
I have a 13-year-old, and when they were talking about having a formal dance at school, all of the girls wanted a cute dress, but they wanted to wear sneakers with their dresses. They don't want cute open-toe little high-heel shoes. They want to do the sneakers.
And see, with the sneakers, you can buy a fun sneaker. You can get different colors and then just have a basic dress. And it goes with anything. And then, like you said, they can wear it to the dance, or they can wear it back to school or to football games or anything like that.
The whole thing, you want to stand out, you want to look cute, but keep it professional.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got a couple of tips before we go of things that we need to remember. Go back over real quick with our basics.
So like I said, stick with your threes, your 3 pants, your 3 shirts and shoes in the 3 basic colors. Next, you want to find items that you can wear during different seasons. Get outfits that you can layer and put a blazer over, so that you can wear it during different times. And then most important, be confident in what you wear. That's going to set the standard and let people know that you are you want to be seen and heard, but you can look cute while doing it.
You can look cute while doing it. So we're keeping up with Keely here on the show, but you can keep up with her on social media. How can we find you?
So you can find me at Keely Shields, WCBI, on Instagram and Facebook.
All right. Looking forward to more segments with you.
I'm so excited.
All right. When we come back, a treasured memento is returned to its owner. We'll have that story coming up just ahead. All right, welcome back. A former Ole Miss quarterback has been reunited with a piece of history from the 1955 Sugar Bowl game. As our Allie Martin reports, the return of the memento to its rightful owner was made possible after a surprise discovery and the determination of a woman and her family.
Sharon Russell was helping her aunt clean out this house that was originally the home of Oscar Carroll, a jewelry store owner in Fulton. Decades ago, Carroll closed his store in the downtown area and moved his business to his home. As Russell and her aunt were cleaning and organizing, they found a safe containing important papers.
It was an old safe.
As Russell was looking through the safe, something else caught her eye.
We opened it and I found the box, and I look at the box and I see several watch faces. And I just put it to the side, and we continued to look for the paperwork that we needed. Several weeks later, I had a sister and her daughter came over, and they looked at the box and discovered the watch.
The watch was from the 1955 Sugar Bowl, and on the back it reads, John Blaylock, Ole Miss versus Navy. Blaylock was starting quarterback for Ole Miss in 1954, 55, and 56. Each player in the Sugar Bowl received a watch. So, with the name and the date, Russell made a Facebook post about the watch while her friends and family started doing research.
That's when the journey began.
The research discovered that Blaylock lived in Tupelo for a time and likely brought the watch in for repair, but never picked it up. Blaylock was traced to Pearl, where he lives. His son Mitch contacted Russell, who went to Pearl and returned Blaylock's timepiece. Although Blaylock, who is 89, is not in good health, Russell says the former quarterback and his family were surprised and grateful.
His family was so excited. His brother had passed away in December. His wife or his daughter, one, had contacted me through Facebook thanking me for returning it. They're all so happy to have it back.
Sharon Russell didn't want any special recognition or praise for finding the watch and returning it to its rightful owner. She just knew it was the right thing to do, and she also felt it was important to return it in person.
Just didn't trust somebody else taking it to him. I just wanted to be there to give it to him, to meet him, to return something of value.
Telling your story in Fulton, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
The world's longest scientific study of happiness is now in its 85th year. Harvard researchers have been tracking a group of people and their descendants since 1938 in the hopes of finding an answer to one question: what makes a good life? Mandy Gaither has more with the study's director on what they found to be the secret to happiness.
What makes a person happy? It's an age-old question that Harvard researchers have spent decades trying to answer.
People who do the best, who are happiest and healthiest, maintain their relationships.
Physical fitness is vital to health, but researchers say so is what's called social fitness. The study finds that more than anything else, being close to others is what keeps people happy throughout their lives. And researchers say it's never too late to find that happiness.
Our study shows us that people find friends, they find love when they're sure it's never going to happen for them at all different points of their lives.
Study director Dr. Robert Waldinger says a lot depends on whether you're intentional about making and nurturing good relationships. If you're looking to be happier, he says, take small steps.
Doesn't have to be big. Think of somebody you miss, somebody you'd like to connect with. Just send them a text, send them an email saying, "Hi, I was thinking of you and just wanted to connect."
Waldinger says social media can also help with happiness goals, but only if it's used to connect with others.
If we passively consume somebody else's Instagram feeds, somebody else's happy pictures of beaches and parties, that's going to lower our self-esteem. It's going to make us feel like we're missing out on the good life, which isn't the truth.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Stay with us. We'll be right back to wrap things up. All right, don't forget to come see us this evening at Wren Auditorium on the MUW campus, the WCBI Weather Roadshow. This is free and it's open to the public. You'll get a chance to meet and visit with our entire team of meteorologists. You can ask them questions. Plus, we'll have some fun, free stuff. The National Weather Service is holding a storm spotter class following the show. The doors will open at 5 p.m. at Wren Auditorium. We hope to see you there tonight. Here, though, we'll see you back in the morning. Have a great one.